Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Coco Curls, and thank you so much for tuning in. Before I forget, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, as well as to hit the notification bell so that you know whenever I post a video. So, this video is, I can't even begin. This is probably one of the realest videos that I will post. As you can see, my hair is looking pretty rough, as well as me. I'm looking pretty rough as well. But this is not really a pretty sight at all. So, what really happened? Well, I'm sure many of you are like me. Life happens, and honestly, you forget totally about your hair. Um, I've left it out. Well, not all, but I haven't done anything. I hadn't done anything to it for about 3 weeks or so. So it was completely matted. So I'm going to show you how I go ahead and detangle my hair thoroughly after it has been matted for about 3 to 4 weeks. So the first thing I do is really just spritz it with water. The water is to help loosen up some of those knots, make the hair a little bit more pliable. So when it's dry, it's much easier to break. Damping it a little will allow it to move a little easier. You can also use oil instead of water at this point if you want. Some crazy amount of knots are in my hair, and I'm being very, very gentle. Being extremely gentle at this point is key. It is key. So what I'm doing is I'm really just trying to stretch out my hair as much as possible, especially at the roots, because a lot of the matting for me occurred mid length. So from my roots to about mid length of my hair was very matted from not doing anything. So I'm gently pulling or separating the hairs so that it's easier for me to go through in sections. So at this point, what I'm really trying to do is to section off my hair to make it easier for me to detangle. So just keep doing that. I mean, as you can see, there are a lot of knots right throughout, especially in the middle part of my head or the crown of my head. There are a lot of knots. Bear in mind, I have not moisturized my hair for the entire duration. All I was doing was putting my hair in a bun and putting some gel at the front and going about my business. That's what I was doing. So I'm spraying some more water to separate the hair as much as possible. This step is extremely critical as well, as you need to do this so it's much easier for you to go through your hair and to remove knots. And there are some shed hair that I just got from that particular section. So I actually tried a new product in this video. It was a detangler that was recommended, and I said, what better time to actually try it than when my hair is looking a hot mess. So further down in the video, you'll see what that product is and how it actually pans out, and if I actually like it. So it's a Carol's Daughter Black Vanilla 4-in-1 combing cream. That's what I decided to try. So I take about a palm size and apply it to that section. It has started to work. It's becoming a lot easier for me to go through and detangle. This is also going to be really a finger detangling video as well, because I will not be using any brushes or any sort of detanglers to go through my hair. So separating each section very carefully. And one thing to note is that even though you're seeing me pulling at the or midway through my hair, I don't have that much knots at the end. So it makes it easier for me to pull or separate, if that makes sense. So normally when you're detangling, you want to work from the ends up, but in this case, my ends weren't that bad. So I could go ahead and continue separating midway through the length of my hair down. And I've added some more water in between just to allow the product to work some more. I don't normally allow my hair to get to this point, but things were just crazy. And I just did not have the time to do anything to my hair for a little while. So, but definitely do not do this to yourself. This entire process took me about an hour to go through and detangle my hair. So I had to do this before washing my hair, because if I had gone ahead and just washed my hair, it would have been a lot more difficult to fully detangle my hair. And this same pulling motion that you're seeing me do, which is really just to stretch the hair, go through finger comb, is to loosen up those knots that are present. And this also helps to reduce the amount of hair that you lose. So I'm not experiencing any sort of breakage. Any hair that's coming out are shed hairs. Yeah, that's a big knot right there. So I've successfully detangled that portion of my hair, and it's the same motion that I'm going to do right throughout. That's the same concept. But I wanted to really show the process so that you can see fully what I'm doing. Yep, that's a big twist right there. So the back of my head, or the crown to the back, was one of the worst. As you can see, the matting was very, very significant at the back. Very, very difficult to deal with. Yeah, it's pretty, pretty bad. Still trying to just pull apart as much as I can. But I'm going to add some more water, and I'm going to also add product to that section as well. Yeah, terrible, terrible. A lot of persons always wonder if my hair gets knotted. It does. It gets knotted really bad. My hair tends to knot up on itself so much. So that's why I prefer to have my hair in any sort of style that's stretched. So ideally, if it's a twist out or some twists or any sort of other protective style, that keeps the curls separated as much as possible, if you get what I'm saying. The bun in this case, because I didn't do anything to it, and the bun was at the top of my head. So that's why you're seeing that middle section being so bad with tangles. Oh, I didn't mention this. I changed the conditioner from the Carol's daughter because it was just not strong enough to deal with that midsection. Yep, that's it. I added the Ox conditioner. So the Ox conditioner is my usual conditioner. This is not a leave-in conditioner. This is really a rinse out conditioner. And I love this conditioner. I've used it for many years. It's very good as it relates to slip. So it makes it very easy to manipulate your hair, especially if it's, as you can see, it's making the process a lot easier. If I come up on any sort of knots, I try to separate the hair at that knot, and I am being extremely gentle. So I'm not, even though I'm pulling apart the hair, I'm not breaking it or tearing or being forceful. I am applying some amount of tension, but the tension is not to rip my hair off. And trust me, this requires a lot of patience because it's not an easy process. You have to be really gentle and have a lot of patience to go through and do this. So if you are experiencing, or if you see that your hair mats up a lot and it's very difficult for you to detangle, you can try the process of dampening the hair a little, adding conditioner, and then proceeding to detangle in sections. You can work in much smaller sections if that's easier for you. In my case, the sections I created were just the sections I could actually create because of the fact that the hair was so knotted. But if you're able to get smaller sections, that's even better. It's much easier and won't feel as overwhelming. But this back section is basically done. Whew, whew, child. Yep, that's done. It's time to tackle that middle portion and the other side. But you can see the huge difference between the pieces that are detangled and the other half of my head. So I've done half, and I'm going to go ahead and tackle the next half. And I'm going to show you how everything has come together in the end. So that's the amount of hair I lost on that section of my head. And I've done both. Yes, I'm extremely tired. You can see it in my face. And that's the amount of hair I lost. Bear in mind, I went ahead, washed, deep conditioned, and applied my leave-in conditioner and everything here, and sealed, moisturized and sealed, and this is the final result. I did lose some more hair, but it wasn't that bad. So most of the tangles are really out, and yeah, this is how the hair looks right now. And I'm very, very pleased with the results. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.